So in part one of the video, I talked about ways to get your papers straight without necessarily waiting for new immigration reform. We do have tools now that we can use. I talked about VAWA, I talked about adjustment of status through certain family relationships, and also the T status. Speaking of adjustment of status, there is another way through what's called Section 245I. Some people do call this a form of amnesty. If a labor certification or a petition was filed on your behalf on or before January 14th, 1998, then you could possibly qualify to stay in the U.S. and get your green card. And yes, that is without the need to leave. If the labor certification was filed between January 14th, 1998 and April 30th, 2001, then you will have the additional requirement that you would have had to be present in the United States on December 21st, 2000. Now, you can apply for this relief through Section 245I, even if you're out of status, even if you cross the border without permission. What they will require, unless you're exempt, is that you pay a $1,000 fine after you've been approved. Now, the petition can be any family or employment-based petition that was filed on behalf of you or a labor certification that was filed with the department. Now, if you fall within these categories, it means that even if those petitions didn't go through, somehow they weren't completed, you can still qualify if another petition is filed on your behalf. And the second petition, the final petition that you'll file now, doesn't have to be related to the petition that was filed on or before January 14, 1998 or on or before April 30th, 2001. Now, not only can you qualify, but if you were a derivative, so if you were the person that directly got filed for, great, you qualify. But if you were a derivative on the application, that means on the time before April 30th, 2001, you qualified as a derivative on that petition. You may have been named, you may not have been named, but you have a right or had a right to be a derivative in that application. That means you were a spouse or you were a dependent, a child on the application. The petition or certification also has to be approvable at the time of filing.